Hello, everyone, and welcome to Live on ServiceNow webinar. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you're joining in today. And today's topic is Boost Employee Productivity with Now Assist and Microsoft 365 Copilot integration. My name is Mohit Tyagi, and I'm your host today, and I am Senior Outbound Product Manager at ServiceNow within Unified Employee Experience team. This is the same team that owns Employee Center, Now Mobile, and Microsoft integrations. And we have an amazing panel today. So I'm joined by Siddharth from the same team, Justin from Conversational Platform team, and Karthik from Conversational AI team. So I will let my co-panelists introduce themselves. Siddharth.
Hi everyone, my name is Sid Pandey. I'm the product manager in Unified Employee Experience, and I'm managing our Microsoft integrations.
Thank you, Sid. Justin.
Hi, everyone. My name is Justin Lazaro. I'm the product manager on our channel integrations for Conversation Platform. I own the Teams and Copilot integration, among other channels.
Thanks, Justin. Karthik.
Hello everyone. This is Karthik Purushothaman here. So I work on the channels integrations along with Now Assist for all this Microsoft Copilot integrations and also for the CEA integrations as well. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Karthik. Thank you so much. Okay, before we begin, so I would like bring your attention to Safe Harbor notice for any forward-looking statements that we would be making today based on the product roadmap and where our product is headed. So we want you to be mindful of those forward-looking statements that we would be making today before consuming any information or making any purchases. So please be mindful of those statements. And there are some housekeeping rules for this webinar. So the first one is that we have saved some time for Q&A in the end. And so please do not use the chat button for asking your questions. You would see a Q&A panel. So use that for asking any questions which you may have. And our panelists are closely monitoring that Q&A panel. So I request you all to not to use chat, but use that Q&A panel. And if the time permits, we can take some live questions as well in the end. And this presentation will be recorded and will be shared on our community page. So we can share the link to you. It will be available within 10 to 15 working days. So if you wish to go back and see what we presented, so you could see that recording and presentation available on community. And after the event, you will be prompted to fill a short survey. So we request you to fill out that survey. That survey would also give you an option if you want us to cover any other topics. So you would be able to tell us and we can prioritize that using that survey. Thank you. This webinar is a part of Live on ServiceNow, which is an interactive event series. They conduct webinars for all our products, and you are seeing the QR code here. If you wish to see the schedule for all other products, including Employee Center, Now Mobile, and other Microsoft integration related products scheduled for webinar, you can scan this QR code and you can register yourself for that. So in today's agenda, we would start with introducing what ServiceNow for Microsoft 365 is. We'll briefly touch upon that. What are the challenges which we are trying to solve and how we are solving those challenges. Then we would directly deep dive into our focus topic today, which is Now Assist and Microsoft Copilot integrations. We would introduce the topic, then we would get into the capabilities deep dive, and we will show you the live demo of all those capabilities which we have, especially focusing on employee productivity. Then we would also talk about how you can get how you can get access to this integration, what licenses, what family you need to be, and what step you need to do for configuring this integration. And then in the end, as a bonus, we would have some additional resources for Microsoft integrations with ServiceNow. Okay, and let's just get started. And I am launching a poll. So I hope you will be able to see a poll. So before we begin, we want to understand where you are today in your deployment journey for ServiceNow for Microsoft 365. So I will keep this poll open and please participate in this poll so that we can understand where you are today. And if you wish to speak to an expert, you can select that option and we will reach out to you. I will move on keeping that poll open for some time for everybody to participate. Okay. Let's start with introducing what ServiceNow for Microsoft 365 is. So often you would notice that employees will go through a civil chair experience where they would switch from one application to another to find the relevant information or to complete their day-to-day tasks. So, for example, if they remain in teams, which is their collaboration layer to collaborate with their other colleagues or to exchange that information, but let's say if they have to go to help desk to seek any help, so they would leave teams and go to help desk and come back. Maybe they want to submit travel and expense, then they would leave teams and then go to travel and expense application and come back, and so on. This continues throughout the day, and this is what the civil chair experience is, and it hinders the employee productivity. And as you can see, even the data suggests the same. So this civil chair experience has been hindering employee productivity. And to solve this problem, ServiceNow and Microsoft came together to meet the users where they are and drive productivity. ServiceNow is your intelligent and essential layer where you would come to get help, to find any information that you're looking for, or maybe to complete any task or to take any action. Whereas Microsoft is your collaboration layer where you would spend most of your time collaborating with your colleagues, other stakeholders, and exchanging that information that you would need. And this introduces ServiceNow for Microsoft 365. So with this, you get the capabilities of Microsoft and ServiceNow both weaved into users' natural workspace. It could be Microsoft Teams, it could be Outlook, and in this case, it could be Copilot as well. And it is beneficial for both your employees and agents. So it increases your employee self-service and productivity, and it also fosters agent collaboration and efficiency. We would quickly look at what all capabilities we have in ServiceNow for Microsoft 365 ecosystem. So we have some capabilities specific to employee self-service and productivity. So we have integrations with Employee Center and Employee Profiling teams. You can send out employee communications via Teams. You could notify your employees for any new policy that you've been launching or any task you want them to cover. We have integrations with virtual agent in Teams. We have integrations with Microsoft Outlook as well. And if you're using Viva connections, then we have integrated Employee Center card in Viva as well. Then we have some capabilities focusing on agent productivity and collaboration. We have agent to employee chat and call on Microsoft Teams, which allows your agents to initiate a Microsoft Teams chat from their workspace, and they could also initiate a Teams call. For your incident managers, we have integrations for major incident management as well to take a quick action. And for fostering agent collaboration, we have integrations with Sidebar as well. And in the past, we have covered the sessions for both employee self-service and productivity, only focusing on these capabilities. Then we have also covered a session focusing on agent productivity, and we can share those links with you where we covered these capabilities in depth. And we have Now Assist capabilities as well. So you get the Now Assist in your virtual agent and AI search in Employee Center. And today's focus area, which is Now Assist and Copilot integrations. I can see some hands raised. So if you have any questions, Gaurav, please feel free to ask your question in the Q&A panel. Like I said, our panelists would be monitoring that Q&A panel chat. Okay, let's get a deep dive into our today's focus area, which is Now Assist and Microsoft Copilot integration. So just to start with introducing what Now Assist and Copilot for Microsoft 365 integration is. So with this integration, you get both Microsoft Copilot and Now Assist in one seamless, intelligent experience. Both Microsoft Copilot and Now Assist, they are high performance Gen AI tools, and they both have distinct skills. So by combining the distinct generative capabilities and features of Now Assist and Copilot, this integration offers a more holistic solution for our customers that is ready to be used. So in this one seamless, intelligent experience, your employees get more smarter and personalized solutions. Like I said, you get the two generative AI assistants in one seamless, intelligent experience. And then you are enabling to meet where your users are. If your users are spending their time in Teams or in Copilot, so we have our ServiceNow virtual agent, Now Assist powered virtual agent integrated with Copilot, and you could use both those generative AI assistants for increasing the productivity and maximizing the productivity of your employees. And with this integration, let's see how with Now Assist and Copilot, you can reinvent your employees' work experience and how you can increase and maximize their productivity. So essentially, this integration provides four benefits to your employee, as you can see here. So the first one is get answers to questions fast, which is essentially it helps your employees to find answers they need quickly within the Copilot itself with the access to all the ServiceNow knowledge base via Now Assist virtual agent. Then it also empower your users to self-serve. It makes them to be able to help themselves better if they want to maybe order any catalog item, maybe they want to access, they want access of anything. So all of that would be possible within Copilot with this integration, with integrating Now Assist and Copilot. And if there are any complex problems or any sensitive problem which your AI agents are not able to help you with, then it also allows you to connect you to live agent where you could talk to an agent live, a support agent live, and they would be able to solve your problems. So these were specific to your employees. But then we also have a use case for your ITSM or maybe any other uh, dashboard. It could be HR SD dashboard or any other dashboard you are using. So you can use the ServiceNow data. And what you can do is you could create content like presentation with Microsoft 365 apps, especially within your PowerPoint presentation. You could leverage that data from the dashboard and it will create a PowerPoint presentation to you. And we will see all of these four capabilities, the demo of all of these capabilities live, how they are maximizing your employees' productivity. Okay, the first capability, which is essentially get answers to your questions fast. So with this integration, searching the ServiceNow knowledge base has never been easier. With this integration, users can search ServiceNow KB from either from Copilot or from your Now Assist virtual agent. So even in this example, you can see I wanted to look for show me laptop replacement policies. So the bot which I created, the Now Assist enabled virtual agent, it brought the summary of all the KB articles. So it could find two KB articles highlighted here, one and two, and it summarized what these KB articles had. And if there are any next step actions, for example, a start request or go to request, so it will also prompt your users to start those next actions, to take that next action. And it will also show you the sources from where it gathered this information, the synthesis of this knowledge, where it got it from. And if you want to read more, you can click on the sources and then you'll be able to click on sources and you'll be navigated to the your KB article that you created. And if you want to see the demo of it, so I just have a recorded demo. So essentially you are in your teams and this is the bot which I created. And you are in your bot here and you could see some of the prompts are here, but then we will move to the Copilot now. So once you open the Copilot, so you would see the welcome message from here, and currently it is set at Copilot. But there are agents available here, and this is the self bot with the Now Assist virtual agent bot which we have. And not only you could see it from here, but you could also invite it using this add button here. So once you click on this one, or once you click on that add button, so your self-configured virtual agent would be invoked, and you will see the window open for your bot which you created. And these are the prompts which you can create while creating your bot. So I want to know about show me my AFI policies. So your bot is looking into your request. It is analyzing all those KB articles which are available, and it will give you this statutory warning that, hey, these answers are generated by AI, and then you have to review for the accuracy. So now it has gathered all the information it could from all the sources. So we had three sources, and this is the information specific to your airline reservation that has been available in your knowledge base. So you could read through this summarized version, and it is also giving you some of the next steps that are available. And these are the sources. So either you could click on this to read more about it, or you could read through any of the policies. I will just click here. And what it would do is it will navigate me to the employee center where you have this knowledge article hosted. You could read through this. You could read about the guidelines, uh, all these hotel policies, car rental policies, whatever is available in your knowledge article, you should be able to read. And if you find this helpful, you could just rate it, submit your feedback, and now your you have enabled your employees to be now they know what they were looking for. Now they are well versed and aware of what they want, and they can take the next actions. Okay. The second use case, which was empower users to self-serve. So with these integrations, you help your employees to become more self-serve. So it could be if they want to order any catalog item, it could be any they want to obtain any approval, let's say for any travel if they are traveling, and if they want to maybe order a new laptop, their new laptop is not working, they want a newly available developer laptop. So what they could just do is they would start this request in Copilot using the self bot, the bot which we created, the Now Assist enabled virtual agent. And we will see that in action, how this will increase the productivity of your employees. So same welcome message here. And like I said, you could invoke it using the at as well. So I'm invoking it using the at, and I am giving my prompt that I need a developer laptop. So okay, and self-bot is now looking into the data and synthesizing and coming up with a response. So, and it has already highlighted this is AI-powered agent, and you would see that it has two options available here, and it was also talking about the sources where it got this information from, and it has also given us some next steps. So either you could start a request clicking on the start request, or if you can go to request, which will take you to employee center, and you could create that request from there from employee center. But here I'm going to start it from here itself. So when I give this option, so it will ask me some more questions that it needs. For example, is there any information that you are getting started to? So I said yes. And then it would ask me what other software that probably you would need. So I am selecting Adobe Acrobat here. So this would take the step as you have defined the flow within your ServiceNow. So in our ServiceNow, this is how it is defined, that it would ask you what software you want to include, any information you want to provide. So this would be how you have defined your flows. And if you want to make any changes or any attachment that you can add, read through the summary of it, and you could just simply submit it. So once you will submit it, it will create an item request for your employee, and it will give you that number. And if they want to know and see the status of this request, track the status, so they could simply remember this number, or they could go to requested item, which will open up it in the employee center, and they would be able to see the complete journey of this request. What stage it is at right now. Is it at the approval stage, or is it at the procurement stage? So all of that would be visible using this RITM, requested item number. Okay. Please feel free to ask any question that you may have in our Q&A panel. And like I said, our panelists would be monitoring it. So that before we move ahead, is there any question that we can take live?
I think Mohit, most are getting answered. I think there's been usual, I think, in terms of what is the licensing involved. And there have been questions around search where the external sources can also be included. So
Understood.
I think those are the two main questions around those two areas.
Thanks, Sid. And just for everybody's information, we would be covering what licenses would be required, and we would also be covering what are the configurations that would be required by once we are done with the demos for these four capabilities. And I would also talk about if we would need this self-configured bot here, or do the production bot, which is available, the Now Assist virtual agent. What happens if we have this now production bot, and why we are having this self-configured bot. So all of this we will talk about once we talk about how do we get access to this integration and how do we configure this. Okay, I will be moving ahead. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So this one, this is the third capability wherein, let's say, is there is a complex problem or there is some sensitive data involved to it, and your AI agents are not able to help you. So what they would do is they would transfer this to your live agent. Either you could manually prompt it like this, can you transfer me to a live agent, or you could select it as a backup or a fallback option. For example, while configuring, you could select a fallback option, a live agent chat. So once your AI agents are not able to answer to you, then what they will do is they'll prompt uh, to start a live agent chat. So, and we will see how that would happen in the demo. So I've done the demo with the manual chat. Okay, you are in your Copilot. And then again, there's a welcome message, and you may be looking for some information that was not available in your by your agents. Then you went to our virtual agent, which is available here, and then you asked for the live agent transfer that we will see. Okay, and these are the prompts that you could also configure these prompts while you will create your bot. So I'm selecting this. Can you transfer me to a live agent? And again, so bot is looking into the response. It will generate the response. So what it has done is that it is telling us that this would be uh, this would be supported by the Now Assist Live agent, and this has given us an agent card which would allow you to initiate this agent chat. Once I click on this continue to agent, what it will do is it will take me to the Teams bot chat. So it took me to the chat bot, and it highlighted that this is from the continuation of the conversation from Copilot. And I want to pause here and I just want to explain this. So earlier we saw while even looking for the KB articles or while even ordering for the catalog. So all of that conversation continued in the Copilot itself. And that capability we have in the latest, the Zurich release that we recently launched. But in this case, in specific case, we saw that handoff happening, wherein the handshake happening, wherein the Copilot navigated this chat to the Teams bot chat. So we have done this specifically for this use case because and because we foresee one of the thing which in this live agent chat is, so while you are having this live agent chat with your agent, so it is possible that they might take some time to respond back. They may be looking into your request, they may be talking to other colleagues, but Copilot has some strict policies in terms of in response time. So it would abruptly end the chat for you if we continue that in Copilot. So for a better experience, this is what we have delivered now. That for specifically for a live agent chat, you will be navigated to a Teams bot chat, wherein your agents they could take as much as time they want to, because this is the Teams capability and it does not have any as such policy or any limitation on the response, because this is simply a Teams chat. The message is coming from ServiceNow workspace to Teams. So you will see, so it would start a Now Assist live agent chat, and David is our one of the agents. So they will get this request. Once they accept this request, so it would load the chat window, and it is open for Storm employee. So David can send out messages to Storm, and this would be live. So as soon as David would send this message to Storm, Storm would immediately receive this. And similarly, Storm can also send this message, hi agent, and they can discuss the issue, what Storm is facing. And there are some of the additional capabilities. So this is what you get once you are in the SOW and when you once you initiate the Teams chat. But and like I said, this is one of the capabilities for our agent productivity, and we did a session on that. So you would see how all of these capabilities would come in handy once you are collaborating between, once you see that collaboration between your agents and your employees. But for this demo purpose, I'm just gonna end this chat. Just wanted to show you that this is how the live agent chat would be initiated in Copilot, and how your employees and your agents would be able to collaborate with each other to discuss any sensitive or any crucial issue which your AI agents, both Copilot and Now Assist, were not able to resolve. Okay. And the last use case is essentially for your incident managers. It could be, for example, in the screenshot, we see the IT service desk dashboard. It could be your HRST or HR agent dashboard as well. So what it would essentially do it, we have Now Assist integrated in our workspaces as well. So our analysis can take a prompt, and based on those prompt, it would be able to come up with the solution. For example, first they ask like they want to create this presentation including these three items, and then it created this PowerPoint presentation. And we would see this in live demo as well. So, and once you click on this create this PowerPoint presentation, the Copilot will create this presentation including the highlighted three items. So let's see how it would look in the demo. So you see here, so this is the IT service desk dashboard. So now Assist introduced themselves, just gave the introductory message, and then they want to have a new regenerated. Yeah, I want to stop here. Yeah. So here we gave this prompt, add a data visualization in the top to show how many conversations are self-served. So it created a visualization for sales solve rate, and it will add it on your dashboard. So it will add on your dashboard. We'll give another prompt to help me create this presentation for my manager. And then it will ask you, what do you want to include in that presentation? So then we can just simply tell them we want to include whatever is available on the top row. So this is how you could give these prompts. And what Now Assist would do is it would collate information from these three dashboards available here, these three visualization graphs available here. Once you click on this PowerPoint, so what Copilot is doing here, it is creating this presentation in few seconds. So this would save a lot of time of your incident managers. If they want to share this report, they could include any graph, any metric that you are sharing, any KPIs that you have defined. You could include those. You could simply tell Now Assist to include those KPIs, and it will create a proper presentation. It would talk about the agenda overview, and then it is talking about one by one all of these three graphs. So this is super helpful, wherein you see this collaboration between ServiceNow and Microsoft 365 Copilot, ServiceNow, Now Assist, and Copilot. Okay, and now how do we get access to all these super awesome and cool capabilities? Okay, so there are some prerequisites for this. So if you want the new features, the latest features that we launched, and the latest features, one of them is the custom engine agent implementation, which is essentially, so while we saw that demo, so you saw that when I requested for a catalog item for a laptop, so it continued in the Copilot itself. It did not take us out of Copilot. So that is something that would come with your custom engine agent implementation. But if you are not on Yokohama patch 6 or ZP1, if you are the minimum support is available from Xanadu patch 1, where you do not get the custom engine agent, but rather you get our declarative agent, which is essentially anything you would do in the Copilot, it would transfer you to the Teams chatbot, similar to what we saw in the live agent chat. So if you're requesting for any laptop, then it would invoke your Now Assist virtual agent, and then there will be a handshake between the two, and you will be navigated to your Teams chat of your bot. Similarly, reading those KB articles, it would invoke the Now Assist virtual agent, and it will transfer you to the outside Copilot to a separate chat with Now Assist virtual agent. But if you are on our latest release, which is YP6 or ZP1, then you will get the custom engine agent CEA implementation, which, like I said, it will not move you out of Copilot. Rather, all your conversations, all your interaction would happen within Copilot, with one exception that I discussed the live agent support. And I also discussed the reasoning is there could be a delay in response from your agent and it would abruptly end the chat. So thinking of that use case, we decided that even with a CEA, we would move the live agent use case to a separate chat for a seamless experience for our customers. And this would require, if you want the custom engine agent implementation, it would require a self-configured bot. So you will have to create your own bot for that. And there is a documentation available for how to create the self-configured bot. And safe harbor notice, it is currently not available for our store production now assist virtual agent, but with October release, it will be available for our production store app, the virtual agent app which we have. After October release, you will not have to create a self-configured bot. Rather, you get this custom engine agent capability in our production store app for virtual agent as well. And I say this with a safe harbor notice. Everything is planned, but there could be last minute changes. So please look for the updates from ServiceNow. And you would need Now Assist license. This is not currently available for your NLU virtual agent. You would need Now Assist enabled virtual agent for this integration. You would need conversation integration with Microsoft Teams plugin. The latest one, which is 10.0.0 plus, the currently it's available is 10.0.1. You need an updated virtual agent plugin, and obviously you need to be licensed for Copilot with Microsoft 365 plus Teams licensing. That would be required. You would also need integration hub license, and I've written an asterisk here because so every conversation that would happen in Copilot only, like whatever prompt you will send, whatever response we will get from Copilot, and if it is only in Copilot, then it will only consume the assists. But if there's a handoff like we saw in the live agent chat, or if you are not on the latest, you would see a handoff for catalog item as well. Then in those cases, integration hub transaction will be counted and you need to be integration hub license for those transactions. Talking about high level installation steps, what would be required? So to have Now Assist and Copilot integrated to each other, first I said if you want the latest capabilities, you need to be on ZP1 and you need to have the updated virtual agent plugin and conversational integration with Microsoft Teams plugin. And I highlighted for the latest capabilities, you would need a self-configured bot, and it is always recommended that you give a name as a one-word name to your bot. So you could create that bot in the developers portal, and so once you create this bot, then you will have to integrate this bot in your self-configured section of your conversations and integrations. And one thing to highlight here is, so while you will be integrating your self-configured bot, so once you integrate this, then there will be an option for configure. You will see a checkbox for message extension. So please make sure that you select that message extension checkbox for Copilot. So you would only and only see it once when you will integrate this bot. So, and that would be visible one time because once you have done this and once you have followed other steps, that checkbox will not be available. So I just want to emphasize on this. You have to select this message extension checkbox while you will integrate your self-configured bot. Then once you have integrated your self-configured bot, so you will have to configure your assistants, and within your assistant in the display experience. So, and I did that mistake. So I only selected the portal and I completely forgot about the channels. So I want to emphasize here as well. So once you have integrated your bot, it will start appearing here in the channels. So make sure that you select your uh, self-configured bot here. So once you select this and then you continue to all these steps, then you would be able to go back to your conversational integrations and you select this bot, and then you will see an additional step for Copilot checkbox. That's why I was emphasizing here, because that message extension checkbox will go away. You will see a Copilot checkbox, and we will see in my instance, I will show how that will happen. But these are the two things to be I want to emphasize. One is the message extension checkbox, and the second one is this channels that you have to select this. If you don't select this, you will not see a Copilot checkbox, and you will not see your integration will not work as expected. So you've integrated your bot, you have selected the channel, and you have to create a manifest, then upload it in your Teams. Once you upload it, sorry, your integration is done, and you will be able to use your Now Assist in your Now Assist virtual agent in your Copilot. And it might not work as expected maybe in first few attempts, so you might have to start with the uh, suggested prompts, and then maybe with time it will take some time maybe to start acting in a way that you would expect. So give it some time, try with few prompts, and within few prompts it would start giving you answers as you would expect, and basis the knowledge articles that you have created. So what I would do is, so I would show you very quickly what are those steps that would be required. So I would also log into my Teams. So let me just log into my Teams. Will take, yeah. So first thing which you have to do is, so you will go to your developer portal and go to tools. Within your bot manager, you have to create this new bot. So like I said, once you create this new bot, and the bot name should be a one word like this, or maybe like this. So you have to create this bot. Once you have created this bot, then you will go to your channels and integrations. Within that, you would see the Teams integration. I mean, if you're starting fresh, then you will not see any integration. And this is where you have to configure your bot. So you have to, once you click, you can configure. So here you can give the name, the same name, and we also recommend that you replace now in even in the full description you replace now assist, sorry, a now virtual agent with self-bot. Wherever you will see now virtual agent, you should replace it with your self-bot. And this is the checkbox which will appear once you have selected that channel. Now I'm seeing the Copilot, but if you will start fresh, you will see the message extension checkbox here. And then you have to select this message extension once you configure it. And you've selected the message extension, and then you can save it. Once you have saved it, then you can go to the assistants. So in this, so in the display experience, not only just select the portal, but also select the channel, because I've integrated my bot, so I'm seeing this. So you have to click on the self bot, and once you have selected this, you could simply done, you could save it, and then okay, I could just check for, then you go to channels, and then you manage your bot, and you go to configuration, and then you select this checkbox, Copilot. You could give any other prompt if you want to, but these are the prompt that you would see by default. But if you want to give any prompt, like we were seeing in our demo as well, so these were the prompts that we were seeing, you could change those prompts. So you will click on this checkbox, and then click save. So once you've done the click save, you will be navigated to this screen. You can download this manifest. When this manifest is downloaded, so we'd go to your apps, click on manage your apps, and then you could upload as a custom app. So once you upload it, so it will be available in your apps, and you could simply open this. So it will open up in your Copilot as well. So you could see here the self bot is available here. So either you could go to Copilot, either you can select it from here, or you could simply use the @ to invite or to call this self bot. So this is how the experience is going to be once you configure everything with the correct step. But having said that, you need to have all your plugins updated, and you would require all those licenses. So we recommend that you talk to your account teams so they can guide you better on what licenses would be required based on your use cases, and how how and what Now Assist would be required, and if you would need integration hub licensing as well. So all of that discussion you could do with your account team, and once you have all those licenses enabled, you have those plugins installed and updated, then you would be able to have this integration, seamless integration, like I showed you with those minimum number of steps. Okay. All right. Sid, Justin, are we seeing any question that we can take live?
There was one question whether this content will be available offline.
Yes. So this would be available on our community, and I will share the link in chat as well. So this recording and this presentation would be available on the community page. Let me quickly send that link to you. But it would be available between 10 to 15 working days. Okay. And so this brings to the end of our session. And if you're looking for any additional resources, then we have a community specifically built for created for ServiceNow for Microsoft 365. So you can scan this QR code, and if you scan this QR code, you would see it will navigate you to the ServiceNow for Microsoft 365 community. But if you want to reach out to the product team, this is our email address. And for an upcoming webinars, so we have one on 30th October, which would be if you want to learn how to integrate multiple ServiceNow instances with one Microsoft Teams tenant. So earlier we did one-to-one mapping wherein we integrated one ServiceNow instance to one Teams tenant. But in this webinar, we would show you how to integrate multiple ServiceNow instances to one Microsoft Teams tenant. And then when we have on 27th November, and that would be focusing on the security and deployment do's and don'ts. So because we've heard from our customers in the conversation that they would face security issues, they want to understand the permissions that would be required. So we would be covering everything in depth in this session. So if these two webinars are of your interest, do scan this QR code and register yourself so that you could join us.